Hello everyone, thanks for joining again. I have a little update on the locomotive. I've been doing a ton of projects around the house, and in between letting paint dry and getting a little thing here done and a little thing there done, I have had a chance to come out and work on the locomotive just a wee bit. The weather's been great. I sure wish I had more time, but let me show you this. Start down here. If you can see where the light is shining, I'm shooting this with a cell phone, so I apologize if it's not real clear. If you can see where the light is shining, that is the outlet for the custom axle pump. This is the one that Fred V designed, and I showed the test of it long time ago. But so the inlet and the outlet both come in pretty easily accessible, relatively speaking, and then the check valves, those nuts on the bottom, the check valves are there, so it's supposedly easier to maintain than others. Anyway, there's the water coming out. It's on the right hand side as we look at it from this perspective, with the flashlight shining directly on that part of it. Let's see, there we go. Anyway, so the water outlet tube is this copper one that the flashlight is close to right now, that curves up and back. And if you'll follow it along, let me turn the flashlight off and I'll be able to use my finger. So this is the one I'm talking about. It comes out of the pump down there. There's a hole in the apron, but it's difficult to see because there's so much other stuff going on. But the line comes up, and I had made a line and I just had it stationary and didn't have the final bend to it. So today I made the final bend to bring it around. And these are the nuts that I just made the last few episodes that I've posted. Of course, they're not silver soldered in place yet, but the cone and nut and fittings that I made for the water tube. And I put a little blue tape here so it would hold everything together. This is something I had a chance to machine today. I used a PM Research casting tree. I'll show that in a minute. Cut it out the other night, and then I drilled through and machined. I used a drill first, center drill, and then an end mill to give me a nice clearance and a nice flat register for the tubes to end in. So this will have to get silver soldered in both these places. Silver soldered here, silver soldered here and here. And this is the Loco Parts check valve. For now, I'll be putting a plug in this part of the boiler. And then the next step that I haven't quite figured out yet, but is to run a copper line down here and then come down through the running board. I think I'm going to run it down below in front of the cab, so it doesn't go through the cab door, but that means I'll need to cut a hole in the floor of the running board that one of the pieces of the fitting can go through. I'll put that there, and then this return line will go. It'll fit on here with a cone, a flare to the tubing, and then a cone. This is the one I made up for the test of the ejector, the vacuum ejector, and that's part of the problem that, not problem per se, but part of my hesitation of going ahead and finishing the rear line is that ejector tube needs to come down. I need to figure out the final placement of that, and I want to make sure that it does not interfere with the line that comes out here. So not quite sure what I'm going to do first. What I may do though is go ahead and drill a hole and mount the ejector line first in its exact spot, and then I'll have it down below here is where it'll ride, and I'll know where it is, and I'll be able to route the water return line pipe around it. So hope so some of that made sense. If not, so there's my coil of line ready to go, an extra flare nut, and what I plan on doing is I'll run the line here, make it clear everything that it needs to, and like I said, could probably come up here and I'll use this fitting just in the same manner that I've used the fitting to the T-nut up there. This should give me some maintenance capability that if I need to remove or replace one of the lines, I'll have the union fitting inside of it, and not everything. I won't have giant long copper lines silver soldered all together that I'll have to replace. Hope that makes sense as well. Alright folks, that's tonight's update, and as I make some progress, I'll keep you posted. Thanks as always for watching.